Steady, boys, steady. We'll be leaving as soon as we're packed up. I used to see orcs in every shadow when I had too much rum. Now I see 'em sober.
I can't even smell the sea air over this rot. I can't even smell the sea air over this rot. Slimy, reeking, rotting sea
We'll
garbage.
be leaving as soon as we're packed up.
Plenty of fish in the sea, but I've got the foulest of the lot on my racks. Slimy, reeking, rotting.
These gates are to remain closed at all times. Captain's orders. Wait a second. Well, I'll be a little red imp's uncle, the Source Hunter. Sorry for the gruff treatment, I didn't recognise you right away. Please tell me, how can I aid the investigation? You can see security's tighter than ever around here since that surprise attack the Orcs put on a fortnight ago. They did enough damage to shake up Ahu and Captain Aureus something fierce. We can only hope to hold back the undead and these left-field Orc attacks long enough for reinforcements to arrive. I don't think you're quite ready to head out into the wilds to me. Also, a party of one or two. Thank you for heeding my words of warning, Hunter. Scythiel needs you alive and well.
I can't even smell the sea air over there.
Drink and gamble. That's all we do around here. Hope you fare better, Source Hunter.
The seven grand abundance. What's this? I found something. tighter than the treasury.
The earth here seems to have been freshly fertilized and aerated. Obviously, someone has taken great care to maintain this group.
And a disgrace to whomever is maintaining this gravesite too.
You step away from the grave.
Your humble bard, here to serve for your imagination's palette, a meal most unforgettable. Fantastic!
Well, hello there. Toe of snake, wing of worm, brew and spice and stir and churn.
A source hunter will always receive a warm welcome at the town hall of Sicil. I'm sure Mayor Cecil is looking forward to making your acquaintance.
What? Oh, it's you! Come closer then. Closer? My ears aren't what they used to be. Nor my eyes, for that matter. Yes, hello, Source Hunter. Our city welcomes you. My elf? What elf? Oh, myself. I am Cecil, Mayor of Sicil, and husband of the stately Cecilia. I've been the mayor here for decades, and I'm quite eager to see Sicil through these difficult times. Yes, very difficult times indeed. What? Oh, you mean Sicil? Very difficult times indeed. As though the death of Jacon by source magic no less weren't enough. We're also facing all sorts of brutish intruders. The undead have overrun all but one northern trade route, while the orcs are making a habit of savaging our beaches. That's not to mention that at the top of this whole caboodle, there's rumors of some new religious sect or cult or some such sticking its tendrils into the innocent, seven-fearing folks of Sicil. And, while we're on the subject of troubles, I myself have a private matter I'd like to bring to your attention. It involves a magic relic I rather foolishly sought. A weapon called the Staff of Pergamon. The what now? Oh, you're speaking gibberish. Ah, you mean the Staff of Pergamon. Yes, yes. I was expecting a shipment of weapons, and among the cargo was this very powerful, very rare staff. I managed to place the order through means somewhat, atypical to a government official. Cecil proved an old fool, though, for the merchant slated to deliver it to me has just informed me that the damn thing has gone missing. I fear it may have fallen into the wrong hands, and I wonder if you could retrieve it for me. His name is Conrad, captain of the Tide Splitter, a merchant ship still docked at the Sicil harbor. You can talk to him if you think it'd help, but I'd quite like to avoid getting the Legion involved, if you don't mind. The staff itself contains a shard of an ore, highly valued for its use in the weapons of war. I know use of the material to be forbidden, but I was desperate to do something to aid the townsfolk against the undead. Jake, murdered? Oh yes, now I recall. Indeed, I could hardly believe it myself. The Council and I have certainly had our differences over the years, but old squabbles evaporate under such circumstances. Most of the townsfolk are certain Jake's wife Esmeralda is responsible. In fact, the Legion have taken her into protective custody to keep her safe from the mob. As you can imagine, I've known Esmeralda for years. That business between her and the Duke of Ferrol was always a bit suggestive. But I've never had cause to suspect her of violence. Still, an all-right bloke, apart from all this Esmeralda nonsense. The whole town knows the only goal of his business trips to Sicil is to spend a night or two at the King Crab Inn with Mrs. Counselor. What? The undead? Yes, for the past 2 years those blasted skeletons have all but suffocated this city. With all but one trade route overrun, Sicil's once torrential commerce has slowed to a pathetic trickle. Well, I do believe that's something your parents ought to have discussed with you long ago, Source Hunter. But I suppose if you really don't know, I'd be remiss if I didn't at least You see, when a lady and a fellow find each other rather nice, well, this is nonsense. I'm the mayor for the 7th Shake. I can't be bothered to chat all day about the bird. That depends. What kind of berries are you interested in, exactly? The library. Yes, you must have a visit. It's the gem of Sicil. Would you like to have a look? I'll escort you upstairs myself. Marvelous. Follow me then. What? Oh, yes. This library is the jewel in Sicil's crown, the beacon of culture and learning in our fair city. My Victoria has every volume you could possibly imagine, and she's got every speck of information about this place packed into her brilliant brain.
Kaj'Dinor. A brief history of sorcery still hasn't been returned.
Yes. Victoria's come a long way from that little bundle of claws and teeth I adopted so long ago. It brings a tear to my eye just seeing her here among her beloved books. What? Oh, yes. I'll be on my way back downstairs now. Please introduce yourself. I know Victoria will be happy to make your acquaintance.
What nonsense. Demonology for dumbbells. I need something more advanced. Is there no new book to be discovered in this library?
Sometimes I think these books sprout little legs in the night. In the name of Amun-Hor, I bid thee Tujda Geta Hal, be welcome, human. My library is yours, as I hope your friendship is mine. I am Victoria, daughter of Mayor Cecil. Oh, I know what you're thinking. The likeness isn't exactly striking, is it? When I was very young, you see, I must have been cast out by my tribe, for I was found in a wicker basket floating past Sicil toward the sea. The fisherman who found me would have drowned me on the spot, for I am an orc after all. But praise be Amun-Hor, dear Cecil was among the gathered crowd, and he took pity on the exiled infant that chance had put in his way. He raised me like I was his own, this kindest of souls, taught me the language of men, their customs and their letters. Thus, I became the city's librarian, a position I uphold with no small diligence and pride. Indeed you may. The wisdom I here hoard is yours to peruse and even take with you. All I can ask is that you return the books you borrow so that others may enjoy them too.
I know it by heart.
Volume 1, Volume 2, but where has the third one gone? Shatsu. Sometimes I think these books sprout little legs in the night.
Demonology for dumbbells. Ugh. I need something more advanced. The Encyclopedia Demonium. I know it by heart.
The knight in see-through armor, Princess Buttercup with the blushing bottom.
Need something more
Esmeralda
advanced.
does have a propensity
Is there
for
no
all
new
things
book to be
naughty,
discovered
hasn't
in this
she?
library?
The knight in see-through armor, Princess Buttercup with the blushing bottom.
Demonology for dumbbells. Ugh.
Esmeralda does have a
Need something
propensity
more
for all things
advanced.
naughty, hasn't she?
The Encyclopedia Demonium. I know it by heart. The Lesser Key of Sadakandras. Ugh, what
Volume 2.
nonsense.
Where
Is
has
there
the
no
third
new
one
book
gone?
to be discovered in this
Shucks.
library?
Sometimes I think these books sprout little legs in the night.
No, this isn't the grimoire I'm looking for. Is there no new book to be discovered in this library?
Volume 1, Volume 2, but where has the third one gone? Shatsu. Sometimes I think these books sprout little legs in the
Demonology
night.
for dumbbells. Ugh. I need something more advanced. The Pseudomonarchia Daemonum. And the first edition too. Most promising.
The knight in see-through armor, Princess Buttercup with the blushing bottom.
No, this isn't the grimoire I'm looking
Esmeralda
for.
does have a
The
propensity for all
Pseudomonarchia
things naughty, hasn't
Daemonum.
she?
And the first edition too. Most promising.
Who placed this book here? A volume of poetry among novels?
No,
Urak!
this isn't the
Mayhem.
grimoire I'm looking for. The Pseudomonarchia Daemonum. And the first edition too. Most promising.
Who placed this book here? A volume of poetry among novels?
The Lesser Key
Urak!
of Sadakandras. Ugh, what nonsense. The Pseudomonarchia Daemonum. And the first edition too. Most promising.
Who placed this book here?
The Lesser Key of Sadakandras. Ugh, what nonsense. The Encyclopedia Demonium. I know it by heart.
Books sprout little legs in the night.
I'm overheating here.
There's my pepper. Did it sprout legs and run away? Ah, there it is. Source hunters here too? Well, if the Legion couldn't save this place, what are you going to do?
Warm as dragon's breath!
There's my pepper. Did it sprout legs and run away? Ah,
Rest in peace.
May the seven.
Looks like that dog is awfully agitated. Perhaps he wants to...
Peace be with you, traveller. May your lost loved ones rest in peace. I once lived a prosperous life with my husband and our happy little daughter Loni. But when the undead plague broke out, my dear husband was among the first killed. Loni never recovered from the loss. And when a group of mercenaries, predators, more aptly called, came to town dangling the opportunity to annihilate those undead devils, Loni lapped up their rhetoric and joined without so much as a backward glance. She was killed less than a week after she joined. Here she lies, and here I stand, mourning the death of my last joy. Rest in peace, darling.
Eternal silence awaits you. I don't have the right tool for mining.
My heart beats too slowly to sustain me.
Do I seem like the sort who concerns myself with such things?
You'll be concerned enough when you realize that reward money won't be lining your pocket.
They hustle and bustle while I sit here stagnantly and watch it all go by.
Tell me.
How the...
So, what's the bad news? More orcs rampaging through the docks? Or have those infernal statues sent another soul flying to his death? This here's my family business. Yes, there's been a Roberts escorting stiffs into the next life since the foundation of Scythiel itself. They don't write epics about morticians, but I'm proud of my work nonetheless. Sad story, that. Though if I'm speaking plainly, the sentimental aspect of it all doesn't make much of an impression on an undertaker. Especially not these days, with so many laid low by the orcs and such like. I just concern myself with giving the remains a respectable exit from life. We set him to rest in the northern graveyard. Perhaps he can finally get a little... What about it? Didn't I just say we gave it a respectable send-off? Why are you giving me the third degree?
Oh, it goes to and fro with the city's youth. They hustle and bustle while I sit here stagnantly and watch. Oh, how nice it is of you, the very picture of youth, to break the monotony of an elder's day, wild away on this hardwood bench. Pray, let me be forward with you, O sapling rose, O leaf of spring. For you would listen to my grievances, guide me towards untroubled realms. Oh, you are truly a wonder. Oh, budding flower of the morn, hot spiced wine, and a snug little room awaits us on the King Crab's first floor. Let us go there, so that we can warm our bones, yet make shiver our hearts with a tale of loss and sorrow.
Excuse has more holes than a slice of this fine cornmeal.
Let us see if you can choose the finest greens.
Not the mood for cheese. Excuse has more.
You there! A moment of your indulgence, if you please. You are the source hunter, are you not? The hero the whole of Sightseal is abuzz about. The talk of the town. The juiciest grape on the grapevine. Such a pleasure to meet you. No, scratch that. It is so much more than a delight. It is an intervention of fate. Yes, Mendius, at your service. What is my profession? Well, I'll tell you what it used to be, and that is a man of medicine. But what does a man of medicine do but mend what has first been broken? I saved lives, to be sure, but today I change them. Oh, it's not merely an opportunity. It is a once-in-a-lifetime chance to become...
Quite right. Adventure is what we live for.
See here, you and I share the same passion. I never doubted it for a moment. Too bad your line of work comes with such measly recompense. Am I right? The wage of a mere soldier. Now, between you and...
Yes, some extra gold is always welcome.
Indeed. Indeed, gold is always welcome. And among the fabulous five, even so, my friend, matters of a pecuniary nature aside, what is life without variety, without spice?
Not in the mood for cheese.
Better to be served than to serve.
Well spoken. Well said indeed. Life's too... And that is exactly why I am here. Why, the fabulous five. How I enjoy simply saying you'd like nothing more than to enlist, wouldn't you? Of what a gem of a question. Straight as an arrow. Now then, to join the fabulous five is to join a fellowship, to join a fraternity, a sorority, a community. Of course, should you spread the word, should you propagate the gospel of the fabulous five, by now the genial glow of the fellowship must have warmed your heart. Work hard. Fulfill contracts. Enlist new knight.
So you're just hanging around the inn, are you? Waiting for what, exactly?
Whatever happened to that triple eager imbecile we sent to You'll be concerned enough when you realize that's why you're lining your pockets.
By the filed teeth of Sulumar Soul Shredder, the end is nigh. Death comes a-creeping for you, Victoria! You have come, yes.
The game, yes! A game of blood and brutality, of death and...
The elves of Gandavon, they lived in peace. Oh, yes. But one night, when the moon had hid her face, the orcs of the all undone. Every last one of us. Except for me, the midnight rambler, away from the city. I was very old back then already, though indeed I whisper of...
I may be frail, a withered grey, but the wealth of kings is mine. Countless assassins have ministered to the vengeance that is my want, and I have tracked her down by the curse of the spine spear I have. She does not know her ill-shapen sun is setting fast. Colour the dusk red, O sword of youth. Bloody the day with the bramble sap that runs through the veins of Victoria. Bring me the amulet that clings...
Yes, Victoria. The orcs of Gazuldaga. They knew my name. Oh, yes. By the bite of the roving rattler, they knew my design.
Her name is that of a woman, her employment that of a civilized being. But by the fork of Victoria, librarian.
That was quite the radical change we witnessed. I never would have thought that the benign old man we met outside would turn out to be a vengeance-driven aficionado of assassins. Indeed. Victoria probably doesn't even know about her past, and yet she's on a, let's call him eccentrics, hit list.
Instruments.
Hearty welcome to the King Crab Inn, and a pleasure to have you. You look like you could use a round or three, so what'll it be? Have a seat and stay a while. The name's Ivad. Pleased to make your acquaintance. I've been offering the weary travellers of Sicil drink and rest for nearly 2 decades now, but the King Crab's older than that by a long shot. All you see before you is the manifestation of my great-grandpappy Horatius Dungeness's noble vision. Beer and naps for everyone. No questions asked. Well, between you and me, things have been rather slow since the incident. But with spirits high and liquor flowing like it is tonight, it seems the crab may just come out of that pinch. Psst. Mind if we keep our voices down over that sensitive subject? Death and dark magic ain't exactly great for... That room where it happened, it was rented to a certain woman, though I regret to say I can't say exactly who. This inn isn't in the business of asking many questions. She came heavily cloaked, but paid the full sum in advance. I was used to such transactions after many similar concerning a certain Esmeralda. Figured this... I saw one other figure go into the room that night. Someone tall, built broad like a man, but shrouded the same as... I was startled awake by a horrendous hubbub shortly after midnight. I jumped up and grabbed me grandpappy's machete. By the time I burst into that room, it was horribly silent. There was only Jake on the floor, dead, surrounded by what may as well have been a battlefield. Whoever done it has escaped through the window. But I saw nary a soul when I looked out. You can bet I hightailed it to the Legion barracks faster than a jackrabbit after that. Councillor Jake, that poor man. I knew too much about his affairs, you know. Never figured it my business to say anything, but after all that's happened, I wonder if that weren't a grave mistake. Esmeralda's longest-standing lover has the audacity to remain lodged at this very inn, you know. He's called the Duke of Ferrell, a high title for a low man. If you haven't yet asked him about Esmeralda, I'd recommend it.
Sorry, I've run out of signed handkerchiefs. An Alistair keyring, maybe?
In any case, make it quick. You're not the only fan who wants some of my time. What do you mean, not familiar? You expect me to believe you've never heard of... Why, I'm only the most famous wizard this side of the Distus. Although, it'd be worth checking the other side too. And don't forget, I'm the most eminent member of the Fabulous Five to boot. Surely you already know we've been voted the most influential adventurers guild by some. Those nasty beasts are hardly worth my time. Though I suppose I'll step in if none of the recruits manage to prove adept enough to handle a few skeletons. I am a duke, potato peasant.
Tell me, Alistair, have you ever had the fortune of challenging the fabled wizard of Hunter's Edge?
Ah, hello. I suppose you're here to viciously interrogate me for information I don't have, like our noble Captain Aureus before you. I am the Duke of Ferrell, though I suppose my name is in the mouths of enough ruthless gossipers. Yes, she and I have a history. That's hardly a secret anymore. As easy as it would be to pin suspicions on Esmeralda or I assure you that the affair was never so steamy and sordid as the busybodies around town. Jake and Esmeralda had no great affection for each other. He had his interests, she had hers, and there was It's very tragic news. I won't posture and say that the Chancellor and I were anything near allies, but I truly never wished the man harm.
Back, demon! Back, or I'll... Well, what's this? Oh, Medora, you lummox. 1,000 pardons, comrade. This old bear's edgier than a dodecahedron these days. I'll tell you, it sure does me good to set eyes on another of our order. From Academy West, aren't you? Give Captain Wartruce my regards next time you see him. You wouldn't. I trained up in Academy North, after all. We don't cross paths with you Westies all that often, but it's always a pleasure when we do. Medora's the name. Retired, or so the Order keeps trying to tell me, but never out of commission. My hand to your cause and my sword at your side. Heavens hornets! That's quite a story, comrade. And come to think of it, one that might concern you. See, I'm here on, well, let's call it a loan from a town to the north of here. Hunter's Edge by name. There's been an attack there, comrade. Orcs. Not your run-of-the-mill savages either, but ones who've taken dark magic to new heights. What they want in Hunter's Edge, I can't say, but it's my responsibility to send them packing. Preferably with their horns in their suitcases and a knee-knocking fear of ever crossing paths with a sauce hunter again. I came south seeking the Legion's help, only to find it tied here in Sicil. They don't have a spare soldier to send northward, and even in my finest form, I can't clear the place of that many orcs without backup. By the skin of my teeth, comrade. The savages were rounding up villagers when one of them activated a tripwire on our village wizard's property. Fortunately for me, that particular wizard has a penchant for things that go boom in the night. I managed to wrench free of my captor's grip and flee toward the forest. He pursued me for miles, but I'd lost him before I made it into the Sicil hinterlands. Well, comrade, I hadn't thought of it till you tapped my shoulder just now. But perhaps that's where you come in. I need a contingent I can trust if I'm to take back the town. And the way I see it, you could use reinforcements here in town. I've been scouting Sicil for some time now, and I believe I've sussed out sufficient intel to help solve the murder of the Counselor. With our minds and swords in tandem, we'll make short work of the perpetrator. Well, you know the old expression, 2's a tea party, 3's an invasion. I know this place like the back of my hand by now, and the orcs up north will be short work for a trained-up trio of sauce hunters.
Another source hunter on the team will make us all the more formidable against this wicked magic. Welcome aboard, Medora.
That's the spirit. Listen closely now. Do you hear it? That's the sound of every orc and sorcerer in 100-mile radius shaking in his wee boots.
Privy to ancient and arcane secrets, the likes of which I doubt you could even fathom, old friend. Come now, Alistair. Surely you've met your match once or twice.
Ha! The closest I've come to my match is when I linger over long while lighting my pipe.
Oh, careful now. Your head's grown more swollen than Saffron's, I dare say.
Hold! Our enemies have laid a trap.
Imbeciles we sent to the Northern Cave.
Do I seem like the sort who concerns myself with such things?
You'll be concerned enough when you realize that reward money won't be lining your pockets.
Hello again. How can I help you?
They say he's privy to ancient and arcane secrets, the likes of which I doubt you could even...
Before fry up!
I smell
Actually, I think that's
I'm
only...
telling you, a necromancer must be at work in Seal. How else do you explain risen dead sprout?
Don't scuttle away before you've tried some of the ocean's finest bounty. How many crab claws would you like? 3? 11?
Watch the undead quiver in their mouldy boots.
Let's see. Halibut, sheep's cheese, tomatoes.
Not in the mood for cheese. That excuse is more holes than a slice of this fine Gorman there.
Let's see. Halibut, sheep's cheese, tomatoes.
Join the Spud Club if you've got an eye for farm potatoes.
Be the big cheese on your block with a wheel of the good stuff.
Let us see if you can choose the finest greens.
Not in the mood for cheese. That excuse is more holes than a slice of this fine Gorman there. Aaron has as many friends as the man with many cheeses.
No better solution to the zombie problem than a set of silver arrows.
Join the Spud Club if you've got an eye for farm potatoes.
Quiet day on the market, it seems.
Watch the undead quiver in their mouldy boots.
Be the big cheese on your block with a wheel of the good stuff.
Red and orange, yellow and green, the finest veggies Seal's ever seen.
Wing of worm, brew and spice and stir and churn. Aaron has as many friends as the man with many cheeses.
This town has seen better days, but despite it all, we'll always have the sea.
Than a slice of this fine Gorman there.
Let's see. Halibut, sheep's cheese, tomatoes.
Be the big cheese on your block with a wheel of the good stuff.
Red and orange, yellow and green, the finest veggies Seal's ever seen.
Be the big cheese on your...
Oh, hello, love. Nice day for a little stroll around the market, isn't it?
Fresh haddock. Perfect for a fire. What sort of arrows do you want? Freezing? Silver? Poison? Get to the point.
Let us see if you can choose the finest greens.
Aaron has as many friends as the man with many cheeses.
Quiet day on the market, it seems.
Be the big cheese on your block with a wheel of the good stuff.
Any takers? Come on, you chickens!
Get it while it's fresh. This batch is only hours from the sea.
Quiet day on the market, it seems.
some vim into your routine.
Well, hello there.
Quiet day on the market, it seems. Quiet day on the market, it seems.
Join the Spud Club if you've got an eye for farm potatoes.
Pay the big cheese on your block with a wheel of the good stuff. Pay the big cheese on your block with a wheel of the good stuff.
Red and orange, yellow and green, the finest veggies Sicil's ever seen.
Quiet day on the market, it seems.
Fresh haddock, perfect for a fry-up.
Any takers? Come on, you chickens!
Quiet day on the market, it seems.
Let us see if you can choose the finest greens. Fresh haddock, perfect for a fry-up.
Aaron has as many friends as the man with many cheeses.
Potions to bemuscle you, scrolls to entussle you. Fresh haddock, perfect for a fry-up.
Quiet day on the market, it seems.
Not in the mood for cheese. The excuse is more holes than a slice of this fine almond there.
Fresh haddock, perfect for a fry-up.
Pay the big cheese on your block with a wheel of the good stuff.
Lonesome? Spiritless?
Thanks to 7, we've secured the perimeter.
Come on! Come on! Can't you hear the stage calling you?